Iceland. I'm going to teach, first off, thank you for having me. It's a great honor. It's usually one of the things class I've taught. I'm going to teach a submission today. It's called the Tarikoplata. It's from the guy who invented it. His name is Tarikoplata. He's from Norway. I first saw it in a competition in Sweden, and I was like, what sorcery is this? And 1 year later I got to train with him, and he showed me some of the details. And for the past like 3 years, I want to say, I've been playing around with it and stuff. Before we start going into the technique, we're just gonna do some of you maybe a little bit not warm in the hips, and just gonna stretch our hip out a little bit because we need to swing the leg over and stuff. So I don't want anybody to pull a muscle or anything like that. So yeah, we're just gonna start like in this kind of moving around here. You switch. Switch again. Switch one more time. Just gonna come up to our hands. Gonna be in this position a little bit. Step one leg forward. Stay here a little bit. And open up the middle hand. And switch sides. Open up. Okay, nice. Go into the technique. We're going to start by having him on his back, and Tarikoplata is basically actually more with the legs and my hips. And the easiest way to teach it is from top. I'm going to start here, and it's when it's going to create a scenario where I can't break this grip. But don't like underestimate the Kimura when you're in this position. Like if he's not gripping or he's not defending, I'm going for the Kimura. Like I'm going to do the Tarikoplata when he's defending, and I find it hard to finish. To break the grip. The easy way, or the first way I always look for, is just to throw this leg over, the one that's close to his face, over his legs. And that's usually when he has his legs like just down like that, and there's no problem for me to like pass it over like this. Yeah, that's the first thing I look for. If he's like having this knee up, I have to use this arm to kind of pin his leg down and then throw it over. But before I pin this leg down, I want to pin his arm, because if I let go of the grip, maybe you could like stretch the arm and it's gonna lose the grip. So I open up his lapel and I feed it to the other hand like this. This grip is also good, like without, I can go for many attacks from here, go for the back, and his arm is pretty stuck. I can even like kind of feed it all over and walk around with his grip. But for now, I'm just gonna use it to keep the arm in place. Let's have this up, just so I can use this arm to pin this leg down, so I can throw my leg over. If I'm like really flexible, sometimes I just go this way. But for those who are not flexible, I I just throw it over the same side of my hands. Throw it over and let go. Like this. When I get to here, the hand that was gripping the lapel is going in the middle of my thigh, like this. And his wrist is in my, what do you call it, back of my knee here. The crook of my knee, like this. Now, the other hand is gonna place on the floor, close to his hip. And I'm not gonna go in the finish yet, I'm just gonna stop here. No, then we go into the finish details. So the first step is just get to here. So, he has the grip. First thing I'm looking for is to throw my leg over. If it's not possible, I will feed some material over to the other arm. Just to have it locked until I get this. So I pull this leg down and then. And it's important when you throw this leg over, take the weight of this leg, of course. So I'm leaning to this side, putting the weight on this knee, just to throw this over. If I'm here, I can even use this leg. So I lean and throw. I grab my own thigh, play, and stop here. Any questions? Let's just try it out. Try that, and then we go over the finish and some scenarios and stuff. Okay? When I'm feeding this lapel over or the belt or whatever, I must have it over the arm. If it's under, it's not going to do anything. Still have this arm free, so I'm just walking down like this. But if it's like confusing you, you wanna just see if his knees are down. Usually, not many people are like closing this space a lot. If he's grabbing his arm, maybe here, maybe you gotta find the lapel and then you have to go here. So when I'm throwing this over, I must take my weight off this space, which my leg is gonna be. If I'm like this, it's hard. But I'm kind of leaning away a little bit, just to get my leg over. Once I'm here, this arm goes through and to my thigh. If it's like shallow, when I'm going to finish, I almost like wrist lock myself. So I go deep. I'm not like going like crazy, like grabbing the back of my thigh or anything, just like it's comfortable. When I'm going for the finish, like if you imagine a kimura, if I would have the kimura like this, like not grabbing his wrist, it's gonna be kind of weak. But if I'm holding the wrist, I can like control a lot more. So the same principle applies when I have my knees like it's over here. If you land like kind of like here, not always wrist, I just turn back a little bit, pull his arm up, and then go back. So I'm trying to find this space for his wrist to like pop in. When I'm finishing, I post this arm here, and it's the combination of pulling my elbow up and turning my hip to finish the shoulder lock. To take a look at my feet placement, like I'm here going up with this leg, and I'm turning my hip and pulling my elbow up. So even if he is holding or like, gonna be really strong here, is my whole hip and my thigh is actually making a shoulder lock. I don't even have to have his hand like back of his body. It's like his shoulder is what's turning. You will feel it as soon as you have this tension here, and you pull your elbow up and you start turning. You will feel the how strong it is. Be careful, like don't go like full on, like shoulder is gonna hurt. So go really slow when you're trying it out. With up on this leg, and almost like I'm touching my knee to the mat and pointing my elbow up. So, and this heel is going this way. Okay, so one more time. here, securing the wrist, grabbing his knee just to be able to pass over. I'm here, sliding through the back of my knee to his wrist, grabbing as soon as my leg goes, I'm grabbing here. Post, and start turning. See again, or you'll try? You'll try? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's always more on the wrist,
yeah,
on the bicep as a slicer. So how do you make it more shoulder locking?
So when I'm going over, I'm grabbing my own thigh deep. If it's shallow and he's like kind of here, now it's gonna be more of a slicer, and it's not. I don't find it working that too much for me. So when it's here, it's kind of shallow, and he has his wrist out. This is when I turn back, like this way, bring my hand in, and then I go. Now it's more deep. So I readjust the position by his arm is like this. I turn my hip like this way, which brings my knee down to his arm, and then I can turn back. At the same time, I'm going deeper with the cell. So, yeah.
When you're pulling it, are you sitting on your sort of rock?
So when you're going this one, what do you mean? Or you mean when you're finishing? Yeah. When I'm finishing, I'm going up on this leg to bring his shoulder up. Because if his shoulder is down, it's kind of hard to get the kimura. Just like you're doing regular kimura, use like this. That's why I bring this one up. And when I'm finishing, I'm bringing this knee down, this elbow up, and sliding this way. So I'm up here, this knee is down, this elbow is up, and I'm sliding my foot this way. And my hip is turning almost parallel to his hip. So you see my hip is facing this way. As soon as this knee comes down, my hip's like, I'm thinking regular kimura.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this is the shoulder thing that is the...
Yeah, that's what's bringing his shoulder into a shoulder lock. That's when I'm going up, down, and this. The same way I'm doing the kimura. I'm going like, you know, it's not like, it's like down and then.
Start rotating a little bit, it's all over the ground.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. Sorry. Yeah, because I'm not. You'll feel it. It's not like it's like walking. Yeah. Also, my hand is here. Sorry. My hand is here, and he can't even go this way. So. Yes, it's a good question. Okay, anyhow, can I ask question? You have any problem with the finish? Okay, and we're gonna look at when I have this, and he is a really big, powerful dude, and he brings me this way, like here. It's the same position, but now I have to roll, make him roll, and I'm on top. There's a couple of details that I want you to get so you don't like crush your own foot. If my foot is here and he's rolling, my foot is gonna end under his body. It's not gonna like pop my foot or anything, but it's gonna be like, it's hard for me to get up here. So, sorry. So before I roll, I grab his leg. And now, this leg that's behind his neck is going to go behind his neck and it's going to kind of stretch out. And the other one, my heel is going almost like I'm doing a triangle, but it's just going here. So now this back is kind of free. What's making me roll is this knee turning this way. So my knee is turning this way, And when he rolls, see my foot is gonna just step on the mat. And I must have the control of the leg. So it's, when you get to here, it's leg, and now bring your legs like this. So make sure it doesn't pop this leg off. So like, if this happens, you just close your knee and start applying the pressure. So when it goes, see my feet, it's gonna step. When I'm here, I'm gonna end on top. But this knee comes down to the mat, and I still control his pants, and I have my butt on his chest. So I place my butt here, and this knee comes here. Now it's the same position. We sweep me again. Like this. I make him roll. See my foot. Here. Once my ass is on his chest, I can let go of his pants and step. Because if I'm here and you go, if I let go and he do like this, it's gonna be it's gonna end on top. So that's why I keep control of the pants. And as soon as I'm here, I'm going up. There is another way to do it. Instead of stepping the mat, it's when you curl this foot like this. So go again. So that's more of a, it's gonna end on top of your foot and you're gonna get it out. But try this one first. You go here. Step on the mat. Wanna see it again? Wait, see it again? Okay. One more time. You good? Okay, try it out. Okay, the last sequence from it is when I'm get it from when I'm playing guard. So we're gonna create a scenario where we're in a half guard and then we get into it. When I'm here, I'll turn again. So when I'm here, I'm basically gonna try to go for the Kimura first. I'm not going for the Kimura like this, because now my leg is not in play, it's like over there. So I'm going to Kimura by underhooking this arm, my right arm, and using the other arm to push his face to pass my leg over his shoulder. Like this one. I'm gonna go here. As soon as I get to here, I switch to the Kimura right away. Again, if I can finish the Kimura here, I'll just finish the Kimura. Or, like, if I have an armbar like this or whatever, I'll finish like that as well. So, but I'm gonna assume he's gonna defend by tucking his arm into the space. It's like here. Now it's like, there is no way I'm getting it out. Now I need to get my leg over, like out of the half guard and over his back. Before I do that, I'm gonna post on his hip with my other leg and open up some space for my leg to be able to pull out. So look at how I come up to my shoulder. Now I can pull the other leg out by pushing on his hip, and I'm switching to the same as we did before. But the hardest part is to get this one free when he's defending, my bottom leg free. It's when you get here, if I'm gonna pull it out here, it's kind of hard because my body is in the way. That's why I come up on my shoulder, and now I can take it out. Soon as it's out, it's gonna pass over, and this one is gonna go over his back. So it's gonna come out and over. And I'm grabbing my own thigh. Now he's making it really easy for me because he's defending by putting his back of my foot. And it's a really good defense if I want to go for the Kimura, but it's a really bad defense if I want to go for the Tarikoplata. So harder for me is when he grabs his own thigh, but that's usually a little bit easier to break for the Kimura. But let's say he grabs his own thigh and maybe I can't even break this one. I'll do the same. I will post, go out, and pass it over. Now grab his leg, make him roll, and then hop. Now we're finished. Right. Here. We go, especially when they're pushing on this knee, it's giving the angle to go here. And now I switch to the Kimura, he defends. I'm going on his shoulder, building up on my shoulder, on his hip, building up on my shoulder, pulling my leg out. Yeah. Because we don't have like much time, so we're gonna do a we're gonna start on that and I'm gonna show the other stuff. But you saw this setup first. One more time. This leg must be inside. It's like here. It's not the same. I like to have it on the inside. Can you see it again? Try it. Okay. Try it. I know it's confusing, like all the getting the leg out and the roll and stuff. But if you take one thing away from the glass, I would say do just the mechanical position where you put this here. Because you will get this one a lot when if you attack it. And once you got that figured out, then you can add the rolls and everything. But a couple of things about getting this one out. I forgot to mention it, but when I play half cut like this, I like to have my knee out. It's like really in. First off, it's really hard to get it out when I get into position, and also I feel like this leg is kind of isolated. I can really use it, but if my knee is out a little bit, then I can always go for some other stuff as well. So I like having my knee out at the beginning. When I'm here and I'm in this position, if he postures up like this, now I have to connect my hip to his shoulder. And now he gives me a lot of space to get the leg up. And when I'm coming down, he's going to roll for sure. Yeah. So any questions about the technique, first technique, or second, or third? You get the idea? Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's going to be out of time. So thank everybody for the class. Yeah, it's a great honor. Yeah, so it's 1 o'clock.